Hey guys, this is Early Life, and today I'm going to tell you about my day. Let's get started. My day was a very interesting day. We left to go to school, getting prepared and all this stuff. They bugged me about taking too long to get ready in the morning. Okay? Okay, it takes me a little bit long. You just cannot wake up just looking like this. The hair you can because it's dreadlocks and you just let whatever happens with the dreadlocks. It just flows natural. It's a natural hairstyle. So I did not beat my dad to the car, so I was not able to drive. And I get in there and I'm like, I guess I'm not gonna be able to drive. And he's like, nah, I like to drive in this way. And I'm like, okay, be rude then. Get in the back of the car, throw my books down. I didn't throw them down hard. I didn't want to seem too rude, but I was a little rude. I just put a hint of rude in there. And I was just kind of silent the whole ride. Then he said, my dad's we're riding along to my school. He's like, what would be something fun we can do this weekend? I'm like, I'm trying to think of something. I was trying to think of something fun we could do this weekend. Plus, I'm making this video today on Friday. Just saying. So, something fun to do for Saturday. And I was like, I'm trying to think of something. And I'm like, if you got paid. And I was trying to think of something to say, and I sort of said, if you got paid, as in that's what would be fun. Ha, you were supposed to laugh there, but you didn't. Anyway, moving on. So, and I'm like, I suggested a movie, and we're gonna see a movie, Peabody and Sherman, or whatever good movie is out. So, I go to school, and so third period. I'm gonna go ahead and say the subject. Third period. I don't even have to say the subject. So it was in third period. We had a test, and we get in, and the class barely even starts. It's like probably the bell just rung, and this girl, I guess she was talking to a friend or something. She was trying to figure out a problem before the test happened, and she said, you know the trigonometry things that probably bored you to death. You probably just cut off the video right there. But trigonometry, you have sine, cosine, and tangent. My teacher said if you said sin, because it's abbreviated S-I-N, you will get -5 points. She said that like a few days ago, and I was like, you ain't gonna do that. Okay, so today, Friday, this girl comes to ask that girl a question. That question about some kind of, what do you use sine for, or something like that. What was something? And she was like, do you use sin for such and such? Then she was like, -5. And she was like, what? And I was kind of confused for a second too, but then in the back of my head I knew she was like talking about that little joke she was saying. But no, she really got -5. So she was like, oh, so I have a -5 already on my test? I'm like, how can you do that? Well, the teacher said, it's a pet peeve of mine. I'm like, just because it's a pet peeve of yours, I mean, you can take 5 points off somebody's test just for saying it. They could have been saying it's a sin to say sin when it's sign. Think about that. So that was pretty interesting. So when we got into the test, she let us, since no one pretty much knew what was going on in that test. It was probably the hardest test we took all year. Besides all this 9 weeks, where it snowed 50 million times. Didn't learn not jack squat. Not Jan. But we didn't learn nothing this 9 weeks. So we didn't know what was going on in this 9 weeks test. So we got 1 minute to go check answers for people. Of course she did at the beginning when no one had anything. So we like bombarded all the smart people. And it was an amazing thing. Sort of, because we probably only got like 2-3 answers, because it was not that great, because she did it at the beginning. She did that on purpose. She wouldn't do it at the end so we can get the answers. Came straight home. Then we went out. I got to drive for the first time today. I try to drive once a day, and I did pretty good at driving. I normally hit like 5 curbs minimum when I drive, but I didn't hit any curbs. I did good. My mom did one of those turn right now moments, and that kind of scared the crap out of me, because she's like, no, you gotta turn right over here, and she's not Asian, so that was just a bad impression. Okay, we're gonna do a cut, so we're gonna pause this. Sorry everybody, short break. that probably didn't feel like anything to you. Then we had to switch because my mom doesn't like me going through drive-thrus, because since she assumed hit some curbs. But this seems like she hit 50 million curbs when she was driving. And this lady, she was getting mad because she didn't see her blinker when she was trying to turn, and it was her fault. She wasn't paying attention, and she looked all them mean things and like a slave owner. And whatever your description of a slave owner looks like, that's what she looks like. And she was looking all mean. I was looking back at her, and she was looking all like, "We'll get you, boy. We'll get you, ma'am." Ma'am. Do what? So I get back home chilling, and some people come up to my door. Of course, my friends. I'm just gonna say some people because I don't want to name fake names. So they come up to the door, and we went outside. I said, "Give me a second." Went outside, and they said, "Hey, you wanna do ding dong ditching?" And I was like, "Man, I don't wanna do that stuff. That's trespass. We get shot or whatever." And then I'm like, "Alright, I just spectate." So I didn't go out on all about it, everybody property and everything. And so when they were doing this ding dong ditching thing, I was watching, and they did the same lady like 4 times. And she came out, and she was like, "Who's doing this?" and all this stuff, and it was her fault. The thing is, if you don't want to be ding dong ditched, don't come out. So one thing, cause it seems like the more you entertain, the more to do it. Like I said, I was not a part of it. I was spectating. So they did this one guy who was supposed to be his friend, and he was like, "Guys, go home. I'm not in the mood for this." He came out with flashlights and everything like a ninja. He got his brother come out on us. It was like, "You guys, that's why Trayvon got shot, because he was getting around in bushes." I'm like, you got that all wrong. They did this one person. He opened the door. His dog shot out and ran straight towards them. I was over there hiding because I wasn't a part of it. And that dog ran straight out towards them. And they told me, he said, "Whoever did that, guys, it's not cool. It's not cool." And that dude was like booking after his dog. That dog was booking too. That dog was freaking doing a neon cat thing. That thing was going so fast. To my friends, they got caught. You know what? If you did not understand the context of this video, you need to